All right. Hello, everybody, and welcome back to Misfit Corner Comics Presents. This is the artist Andrew speaking, and we are live streaming. I am once again joined by my fellow creator and incredible artist and best friend, Avery Butterworth. Say hi, Avery.
Hey, what's up?
All right, all right. Actually, you know what I thought about doing? Something I have fallen behind on is I didn't do the DC previews for stuff coming out in October, and October is like a week away.
Oh, wow. Okay, let's cover all this.
What were you going to say? Avery, I lost you. Avery, you still there? All right, well, we're live and we don't have Avery anymore. I don't know what happened.
It's just it froze. Me or you?
Yeah, no, it must have been you because I was still talking.
Oh,
You just went silent and we lost you there for a bit.
okay. I was going to say, let's look at all the comics we're not going to buy because these people have two separate sets of standards. They issue a social media policy, then don't enforce it.
Well.
There's some great comics being done, some talented people who are awesome with fans at DC.
I can separate the artist from the art.
I can too, but the thing is, though,
I can until they crap on you like thoroughly, and we may discuss that this evening. So,
and there's some people doing it, going ham, egg, and cheese.
Yes, they are. They are most definitely going insane.
I'm dipped out. It's not that I don't want that Batman book by Lee Biermo. I do. I want that Batman book that series out that's Kelly Jones, who's wonderful and a super nice person.
Yeah, well,
I've ever seen. I love Kelly Jones.
Kelly Jones hasn't said anything about us, has he?
No. I'm not blaming him. I can't buy his book because of some of the people pretty high up.
Oh, you can still buy his book.
Nope.
Still, yeah. Well, okay, whatever. So
I can't.
You're going on that. I am specific creators I am going to avoid, but whole lines of comics, stuff that I really enjoy.
I don't see another way to get the point across.
Well, if somebody's particular title drops hugely in sales, they'll get the point.
No,
that's all right. All right, well, stop. I'm gonna do this now.
Okay.
All right. And what we're looking at here is the DC previews for October, which the funny thing about this is this would have come out in August.
Yeah.
Jeez, I'm that far behind. Goodness. All right. Well, on the cover we've got Wonder Woman and the Justice League Dark in the Witching Hour, so it must be a storyline connecting the two, which is fine. Oh, this is the month that they're going to do these special enhanced foil covers. Some of these actually look really good. I look forward to seeing them on the shelf to see what they actually look like. I'm not going to buy these issues just because of the covers. It's like, no, I'm not going to do that. But if there's one or two that stand out that could be awesome, it might happen. Let's see what we got here. We've got Batman Secret Files, Tom King and a whole bunch of other artists and a whole bunch of different writers. It's a 48-page one-shot. See, one-shots don't do anything for me anymore, you know? Oh, well. Cursed Comics Cavalade #1. This is another one of their 80-pagers, $9.99. That's a little much for one issue, but...
How many pages?
Let's see, 80 pages. Kind of like the Swamp Thing
we just paid $25 for signed 48-pagers.
Yeah, I know. All right, check this out. This is funny. This is in preparation for 24-hour comic day. All right, well, I'm going to keep talking.
Okay.
And so in preparation for 24-hour comic day, which is sometime in October, I think, they're putting out these blank comics. You got Batman, Superman, and Wonder Woman, and the only thing that's on them is the titles. The cover's blank, and all the interior pages are blank as well. It's a 16-page comic for $2.99. I wonder if it's going to have advertisements in it. Make it like a real comic, you know?
Oh, dude, $2.99 for a blank.
Oh, well, I mean, hey, I mean, it's something new and trying. We'll see. All right.
Dog, come on.
Then we have Book of Magic #1 from Vertigo, as well as Lucifer #1. Do they both? Yes, they both have blank variants, so I may be interested in this one, Book of Magic. I picked up the Sandman universe one, which had like an intro to all the new books. And Book of Magic looks interesting, especially because it's got Tom Fowler on art. Tom Fowler's freaking awesome. So I look forward to seeing that one. The Lucifer one, I kind of got lost reading the story, and yeah, it wasn't pulling me in at all. So, but if I can get the copy of the blank cover, I'll at least give the first issue a check out. Heroes in Crisis #2, Tom King and Clay Mann, with variant cover by Ryan Sook. This is one of these limited series. It's 7-issue limited series. If it looks good when it comes out, I'll check it out. If it looks good, I'll probably just wait for a trade. I'm not buying individual issues. That's not going to happen. Then we have Wonder Woman and the Justice League Dark, The Witching Hour #1. Wasn't really thrilled with Justice League Dark. I know Avery, the Justice League Dark animated movie, is like one of his all-time favorites, you know?
But I thought it was...
Yeah, I know. Then we have Wonder Woman 56 and 57, which apparently connects to the storyline, and then Justice League Dark 4 and 5, which connects to the storyline. And then, of course, I was going to say, then it wraps up with another issue, but I guess it doesn't. Oh, yeah, it does. Justice League and Wonder Woman Witching Hour #1. That's where it ends. Okay. Yeah. If it's good, it'll be a collected edition. Then we got Aquaman 41. Not in Justice League 9 and 10. This is part of a new storyline, Drowned Earth. All right, here we go. This is right up Avery's alley. Hex Wives #1. One of their new social justice warrior Vertigo relaunches. Let's see. Does it have a blank sketch cover? No, it doesn't. Yes, I can skip it. Well, I'll probably look at it, but I doubt I'm going to get it. Let's see. Then we have Old Lady Harley #1. So once again, they're trying to mac on something Marvel has done. Yep, go figure. And then we have some more of the Hanna-Barbera crossovers. You've got Deathstroke versus Yogi Bear with art by Mark Texiera. That could be interesting. We have Green Lantern and Huckleberry Hound with Rick Leonardi on art, so that could be cool. Then we have Nightwing and Magilla Gorilla with art by Tom Grummett. And let's see what else. We have Superman Top Cat with art by Shane Davis. And that's all right. Vertigo, celebrating 25-year hardcover. 400 pages for $40. That could be cool. All right, now into the real comics. Action Comics #1004. Art by Ryan Sook. That could be cool. I'm definitely going to have to check that out. Cover by the foil enhanced cover by Steve Rude. That could be cool. I mean, I like the cover. I like that a lot. But I want to see how the foil enhanced looks. We got Adventures of the Super Sons #3. I picked up the first issue. It wasn't bad, but because it's a limited series, it's probably a collected edition thing. Batgirl. Now this one, the cover by Julian Totino Tedesco. I like that one. I like that one a lot. I'd like to see how the foil enhanced looks on it, but I like Batgirl. She's my all-time favorite character, but I don't know if I'd rush out to buy this just for that. But I will take a look at it. Batman 56 and 57. Nobody cares. I'm sure somebody does. Oh, it's got art by Tony Daniel. That could be interesting. Oh, this is probably the storyline that he left Damage for to go work on Batman, so good for him. Much bigger paycheck, I'm assuming. Then we have Batman Beyond 25, art by Cully Hamner. Ooh, that could be interesting. Maybe. Maybe not. Batman Kings of Fear. This is the Kelly Jones one that Avery was talking about. It's a 6-issue limited series, which means it'll be better collected in a collected edition, you know? Border Town #2. Nobody cares. Catwoman #4. And we already have Jolie Jones isn't on art for this issue. Fernando Blanco is on art. That's so sad. She couldn't make it through 4 issues. Oh, well. Hey, Dream Mirabroni. No, I'm running behind on
What's up?
On my previews viewing, and I figured I'd get caught up on it really quick before we started drawing. Hey, Commodore 256, how's it going, man? Hey, I saw he was chit-chatting with you on one of your other live streams. That's cool.
Yeah.
All right, we have cover number 2. Oh, there's a variant by Bill Sienkiewicz. I gotta get this one.
Oh.
No, I'm just kidding. The Curse of Brimstone. The Curse of Brimstone. Now I like Eduardo Pasquia, the artist on this, but I can't stand Justin Jordan. So, hate to say it, but it's not going to happen. Let's see. Damage number 10, Aaron Lopresti on art with Matt Ryan. Enhanced cover by Dale Keown. Dale Keown is probably a fantastic Damage artist. That would be cool. I would love to see him do an interior issue. Heck, I'd buy that in a heartbeat. All right, let's see what else we got here. Deathstroke 36. Let's see, Detective 990 and 991. The foil enhanced cover is by John Paul Leon. That could be cool. I like that cover. It's very stylized. Could be cool. The Dreaming number 2. I read The Dreaming number 1 because I had a blank cover. I picked it up. I actually really like this. I will probably pick up the second issue just because it was an interesting story. Then we have The Flash, 56 and 57, with the Dan Panosian enhanced cover. Dude, did you know Dan Panosian hates us too?
Yes.
I didn't know that till just recently. It's like, oh man, I really like him.
Yeah.
Oh well. And then, yeah.
Yes.
Green Arrow number 45, Javier Fernandez on art. Could be cool. Let's see, Green Lanterns 56 and 57. I think this cover is horrible. That doesn't look anything like Hal Jordan. That's actually the Mike Perkins cover. Now I've seen one of his most recent issues with the interior art. It looked really good, but I don't know. That's a lot of chin for Hal Jordan. Oh well. Harley Quinn 51-52. Now this cover, this is the enhanced foil cover by Julian Totino Tedesco. I like it. I like it a lot with the red, black, and white. That looks cool. We'll have to see what it looks like on the stands if I'm going to pick it up or not. But Hawkman number 5, still Brian Hitch kicking out on the art. This is definitely something I'll get in trade. House of Whispers. I really didn't get into the story for House of Whispers from the Sandman universe one-shot thing. So it's probably not one I'd pick up regularly. I may check it out when it comes out in trade, but there was nothing there that interests me. Injustice 2, 35 and 36, which I believe is 36, the final issue, at least for this series. Injustice versus Masters of the Universe number 4, Tim Seeley writing and Freddie E. Williams II on art. Freddie always knocks these out, so those are pretty cool. Justice League Odyssey number 2. We'll see. Mad Magazine, don't care about. New Challengers number 6 is the last issue, and there's no Kuberts on this one. Replaced by V.K. Marion and Sandu Floria. Now, this is the series that started with the Kubert. It was either Adam, I think it was Andy. It's too bad they couldn't keep him on. Nightwing 50 and 51. Don't really care about. Pearl number 3. Nope, not really interested. Plastic Man. Ugh. Skip that completely. Raven, Daughter of Darkness. That actually looks like a cool cover. I wonder if that's one. No, it doesn't say it's one of the foil ones, but that could be really cool if it was. Red Hoods and the Outlaw 27. I love Pete Wood's art, but that's definitely one of those ones you pick up in trade. Let's see here. Then we got Scarlet number 3, Alex Maleev. Okay. Scooby-Doo Apocalypse number 30, still kicking. That always amazes me. Scooby-Doo Team Up and Scooby-Doo Where Are You? Not interested. Sideways number 9. It's got a nice cover by Kenneth Rocaford, but the interior art is by somebody different. Max Raynor. No idea who that is. Then we got the annual starring Superman. Is it just me, or does that look like the Superman from the New 52 where he's wearing jeans?
I don't know. I'm not looking.
Oh, all right. Well, I don't know. Silencer number 10, Patrick Zurcher, so that's a skip. Suicide Squad 47, Dan Panosia cover. It's too bad. Supergirl art by Kevin Maguire with an Art Germ cover. That could be cool. Superman 4, variant cover by Adam Hughes. The foil covers by Ivan Rice and Joe Prado. Teen Titans. I have been thoroughly impressed with this new Teen Titans series. I picked up when they relaunched it with, or they relaunched it with a new creative team with like issue 20. I liked it. I've picked up the next 2 issues. I'm looking forward to doing reviews of those. It was actually pretty good. Titans 27 and 28, not so much. The Terrifics. See, this hurts, man. They got Victor Bogdanovic on art, but it's written by Jeff Lemire, who thinks I'm a bigot. So, ugh. Oh well, gotta skip it. Terrifics annual. It's got Joe Bennett and even Doc Shaner and Victor Bogdanov. Victor. We'll just call him Victor from now, but it's not written by Jeff Lemire. It's got 3 different writers on it, so I may check it out just for the heck of it. The Unexpected. They lost me with like issue 2. United States of Murder Incorporated. Nope, that's trade-wise. Wildstorm. No, both trade-wise. And that's it. So, quick and easy. Old Lady Harley. Yeah, well, I guess they got to steal ideas. Actually, isn't it Marvel who usually steals ideas from DC? Not the other way around. But then again, you got to remember who the writers are this. Oh, well. All right, that covers that one. Not a lot going on this month. There's some few. I'm looking forward to seeing what the foil enhanced covers look like, but we'll see. I don't know. Maybe not. All right. All right, guys. Thanks for being patient with me. Let's see what we got. I got a couple of questions. Dream Mirror Brony says, while we're on the topic, are there any Alterna series that really stand out to you? I went to my LCS Saturday, and they don't carry any. Yeah. Avery has that exact problem.
Scrimshaw.
Yeah, his store, they'll order them, but they don't carry them regularly. Scrimshaw, huh? Well, I think if Otis Frampton can get his one comic through them, that'd be awesome. But I'm reading Doppelganger, which Avid gave me a copy of. It's pretty cool. So, what up? Driving. Won't be able to interact. Gotta go in 20 minutes. I'm listening like Dr. Fraser Crane, though. All right. Thank you so much for joining, Avid. I appreciate you chiming in.
Buddy.
Avid's good people. Commodore says, you think everybody's a bigot? No, I don't think everybody's a bigot. I think Jeff Lemire thinks we're bigots. Actually, he doesn't think it. He said it. You know?
Yeah.
Actually, some of the things Mike Deodato Jr. said were even worse.
Oh my God, yeah, like we belong in jail for not liking. It's like, dude, are you what?
Yeah, I saw that. I was like, wait a minute.
Dude, I am following more and more comic pros every day.
Yeah.
It's like, thank God for failure. What if I'd ended up one of these people? Ugh. I've never been so glad to be a loser.
You're not a loser.
It's a joke. Oh my God.
Hey, I never know with you sometimes, you know?
It's a joke. I've been trying to do this for, over 20 years.
Yeah, so have I.
With very limited success. So.
Yeah, so. It's just not our time yet, man. We gotta break out.
Whatever, dude.
Now's our time.
You're so weird. I'm like, oh, thank God I'm not a comic professional. I am a professional illustrator, but I'm not a comic professional.
Hey, Avid said, oh, my aux cable is broken. I was like, wow, this is a silent stream. Hey, trust me, that happens to us all the time, so. I don't think there's been a single stream that we've gone that hasn't had some type of audio or video problems,
It happens all the time with Google Hangouts, man. To everybody.
Yeah. Oh, where the heck are all my...
Yeah, they do think everybody's a bigot, Commodore. It's so insane. Like, if you're seeing Nazis everywhere, there's something wrong with you. Like, you're broken. They're, oh my god, they're so nuts.
No. Well, I remember you and I were talking about it once, and you made a comment, and you said, these people aren't going to know what hit them if they ever do actually meet a real Nazi.
No, they're not going to know what to do. Like I've had to be around some motorcycle gangs, like dudes like straight up rocking swastikas,
Mm-hmm.
and you will not go up to one of these people and punch them. You will not. You will pretty much put your head down and try to get out of the situation.
Did you see
Because
that?
you're gonna die if you hit them. Because these people don't care. They wear these things openly. They don't care. They don't value human life. And if you have a bad run-in with one, it's gonna. You play stupid games, you win stupid prizes.
Yeah.
It's not gonna go well.
Yeah, I got you, Commodore. He says, not you, they. And
Oh yes.
I read it wrong.
Oh yeah. You did read it wrong.
I was like, all of a sudden, Commodore, what's going on, man? What did I do?
No. He was talking about.
Yeah, I read it wrong because I'm an idiot.
That's okay. Extreme left. The extreme left, not like normie liberals. Like, I've known normie liberals. They're still capitalists. They just believe in like a few more social programs than we do. They like taxes a little higher, but they still understand business is business.
No.
These people are not normie liberals. They're not even like bleeding heart like hippies. They're something else. And it's a little freaky.
Yeah. Well, I thought it was fun. I was planning on making a video about the little rant that Remfamous went on earlier today about.
Don't.
Oh no! See, that's where you're wrong. That's where you're wrong. Because I see what it is she's doing.
Mm-hmm.
She's making these outlandish, crazy statements, and some of them are like utterly imbecilic, and it's to get attention.
Yes.
And I can do the same exact thing by pointing out her imbecilicness and so forth. And if that only brings attention, that's perfectly fine.
Now, do you know who she is?
I don't really care. I've heard a lot of what they're talking about with her, but she's an absolute nothing in the comic community. She's just a loud anti-Comicsgate voice, and they keep giving her a platform. They keep putting her out there, and it's crazy. She was even quoted or actually it was Mike Deodato Jr. that mentioned her in that interview he did. And I swear I thought it said that he said fellow creators like Gail Simone and Remfamous. I was like, what? She's not a creator, but it's not what it said. I was about ready to say, man, that's just totally wrong. But what is she going to say? We're a bunch of bigots and racists and so forth?
She's very good at setting traps.
Yeah. Yeah, I have you know how I have really bad dad humor with some of my videos? I had a really bad dad humor joke to do when I started it. But I'm going to acknowledge the fact that it's bad dad humor. I'm debating. I've actually screenshot like dozens and dozens of different things to make videos about, but if I don't do them in a timely manner, it's not worth it because nobody's paying attention anymore. You know?
Dude.
So if I can't do it tonight, it won't happen.
Dude, all that stuff of Layman going off on Nasser and other like Shadowline people crapping on Nasser.
Yeah, but here's the thing about that. It hasn't stopped. It's still going on today.
Oh yeah, I
It's
sent
like a 3-4 day going on thing.
Avery, can you tell us what was said?
I don't think we want to repeat what it was said.
I can't repeat it on Andrew's stream. But here, I sent Nasser a message like, "Don't worry about what you're doing, man. You made more from what you did on Indiegogo than I did for 3 different projects I did at Shadowline years ago. All 3 combined. Don't feel bad. You're doing great."
Golly.
Hi Todd, how you doing?
I did 3 projects, 1 credited, 1 uncredited, 2 credited. I only got paid for 1, and it was only like a few $100.
Wait, you didn't get credited and you didn't get paid?
When I worked on the first Pooh book and did some grayscale work for it to help the artist, I didn't get credited. I didn't get paid. I did all the art for the second book. Didn't make a dime.
Do you blame Valentino?
Nah, I don't care. That art sucked anyway. My art sucked back then, especially trying to do that style. It sucked. And I colored that children's book that Valentino did the art. I got paid for that, but like $25 an illustration.
So Todd, how's it going?
Oh, good. I'm a little tired today, but everything's good.
Hey, I got good news. Mike's New York Comic-Con badge came in the mail the other day.
Awesome.
And then what's so funny is I had just emailed them and said, hey, should we be worried? We haven't gotten the badge yet. And it came like 2 days later. So I was very happy about that.
That's exactly why you got the badge.
No, I don't think so. They would have sent it out before then. Hey, everybody out there in the chat, this is Todd. He's a good friend of ours. We've known him since high school. He's a New York transplant, and he's a really good guy. And we allow him to come on the stream every now and then. And every now and then he'll try to take over the stream. So if he starts to do that, you guys reach out in the chat and tell Todd to shut up, okay?
You can tell me. Wait a minute now. What about some of my other bona fides? Or it does not matter?
You can tell.
Talk about where you worked and what you've done.
Hey, did you see?
A couple of new people.
Did you see the video I put up about you and me meeting up with Rick Leonardi at New York Comic Con?
No, I didn't.
Did you realize?
Oh, hey, what's up, Avid? I see Avid in the chat.
Did you realize that was 2014 that happened?
Dude, time flies. I
kept saying it was last year or the year before. I really didn't realize it had been that long. So
yeah, here, let me turn my camera off so everyone can see my little picture there. Yeah, I was on Facebook, and so for those that don't know, because I'm sure no one knows, I worked at Marvel for a couple years. Before that, I was an animation director, Cartoon Network, for about 6 years. Had my own studio, all this other stuff, but I was on Facebook, and you know how Facebook does those hey, remember when?
Yes.
Like your anniversary pictures?
Yes.
So I took a picture with, and you might have seen this, Andrew. I don't know, Avery, if you saw it, but I took a picture with the Misfits. Like the Misfits came to Marvel HQ.
Right.
And I took a picture of myself with them, and like, you know, looking all punk rock, if I do say so myself. And I'll tell you what, man. It was like, I was like, oh yeah, that's a great picture. I totally forgot about that picture. And it was like, this was 7 years ago. I was like, are you freaking kidding me? Like, oh my God. Like, time just flies. Time just absolutely flies, you know?
Yeah, it does, especially when you become a father and they grow up in front of you, you know?
Yeah. Well, Commodore's comment was pretty funny.
What was he saying?
All right, it says if there's a left wing and a right wing of a plane, the furthest left and right should go in the window seat.
Is the
window seat?
That word is as an S.
Yeah, I know. I blamed him for calling me a bigot earlier because I wasn't reading his quote right. It says, with a Nazi on the right of the wing, holding on to the edge of the wing for dear life.
Wasn't that an episode of Twilight Zone, the movie?
No, that was the one that had gremlins in it.
No, it was well, there was two. There was from the movie, and that was a remake of the one with William Shatner.
Was that William Shatner in that?
The original one was William Shatner, the black and white one, and then the movie had
John Lithgow.
Yes, you're right. Oh man, It's been a long time since I've seen that movie. I may have to.
Commodore says the guy with the right window seat flipping the bird as he looks to the left, and there's a black skull with a chainsaw and a jetpack cutting off the left wing.
Hey, the thing is, though, Nazis are leftists.
Speaking of crazy, I saw Mandy.
I don't
movie.
know. Oh, is that the
Nicolas Cage?
Oh, okay. I was thinking of Tully. Okay.
No, very different movie.
Very different movie. Yeah, I bet.
Although now I want to see like that. I want to see Tully directed by the same director. It was crazy. It was absolutely bananas. I don't know if you would like it, Andrew. You'd probably hate it. Avery, you might like it. You might dig it. It's a real mind trip.
Okay. Cool.
So how are you guys doing this week?
Doing all right, man.
Hey, have you seen the preview for the new what's his name? Val Kilmer movie called the Super?
Wait, you dropped and you just said something. What?
What? Something Val Kilmer, the Super.
Something super.
All right, can you hear me now?
Uh-huh.
Okay. There's a trailer for a new movie. It's a horror movie called The Super. And it has Val Kilmer as the bad guy in it. And Val Kilmer stopped acting for a while because he had throat cancer.
Mm.
And this movie's like perfect for him because the guy's like really creepy, but his whole jaw is like really thin, and he doesn't look anything like Val Kilmer. And it's almost like the studio made up a movie just so he could be in it, you know?
What's it called?
The Super. Yeah.
I mean, look at the difference of what my dad looked like before and after his throat cancer, dude.
Yeah.
Just he looked like a totally different person after they were through chopping him up and cooking him.
Yeah.
I mean, literally cooked him, dude. You guys never saw it, like when he came home from chemo.
Yeah. Well, I remember visiting you in where up. I'm trying not to say where, but
you didn't see it when he first came back from the chemo, and his neck and throat, what was left of his neck, just looked like you had taken like a blowtorch to a ham. It was horrifying.
I think to be honest with you, I think the last time I saw your dad, your grandfather was still alive.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I remember the two of them were together, like watching TV when I came to visit. So I think that was before the worst of it, you know?
Maybe.
Yeah, I remember that.
Yeah.
Oh, Marvel Entertainment. Just send me a Marvel Unlimited email. Delete.
Oh.
Yeah, I've seen the episode. Those old Twilight Zones are great, dude. So are the Night Gallery. Not just Night Gallery's good too.
Night Gallery is awesome.
I don't think I've ever seen a Night Gallery thing. So
I want to find the Pikmin's model episode where they did an episode of Night Gallery based on Pikmin's model.
I don't even know what that is. They probably have it on YouTube.
It's a H.P. Lovecraft story.
Do you remember the movie Jacob's Ladder?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, I have it on iTunes. Yeah.
Every time I think about that, I think about a really twisted, not Tales from the Crypt, but Twilight Zone episode.
Mm-hmm.
Kind of has that vibe to it. It's been a long time since I saw it.
But speaking of Tales from the Crypt, I love that show too. I thought that show was awesome.
Yeah, it was. Michael has all the seasons on DVD.
Oh, cool.
Which, of course, I'm never going to watch because it's DVD.
I don't mind watching TV shows on DVD. I'll save some money and buy a TV show on DVD because I don't care about having HD with a TV show. Like, I want the Dark Shadows DVD box set. I don't want to see that remastered or if there is a version of it, which I don't think there is. I don't want to see that.
Yeah, I wouldn't want. I like the classic stuff. I don't want it messed up. Yeah. I don't trust remastering anymore.
Yeah.
Not after Lucas.
Well, Well, also, dude, have you ever watched like a really classic movie? Like I use this example all the time, but I saw like Ben-Hur streaming in HD one time at a
That's
friend's
weird.
house, and it looked awful. It's like I can see the brushstrokes and the matte painting for the Colosseum in the background. I'm like, oh my god, no.
Right. It's like so sharp. Well, that's like a number of people in my family have like 4K super high def TVs.
I honestly hate those.
Yeah, and it makes every shot look flat. It destroys cinematography. It makes everything look like it's a stage play. I hate it. I can't stand it.
Yeah, Dream Mirror Brony. Yeah, there's I believe there's an episode of Night Gallery that had it was based on Pickman's model.
Plus, yeah, Outer Limits was the bomb.
Outer Limits was good too, dude. Even though they're not direct Lovecraft adaptations in a lot of the episodes of those type of shows, there was obviously a lot of Lovecraft influence in a lot of those stories.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I have some ideas for a Lovecraftian story.
So do I. Mine is kind of like a cross between Conan the Barbarian, Army of Darkness without the comedy, and Lovecraft stuff.
Dude, your old school stuff, like your painted pages, were so freaking good. Oh, I miss those so much. That was some serious, like, next level Bisley stuff.
What? Oh, what? Like, what do you mean? Like the Wolverine sample pages I did years
Wolverine, yeah, like the classic stuff. And I remember, like, I mean, no one on the live stream's ever seen it, but man, I remember coming over to your place, and you were working on like a barbarian story, and it was fully painted, and it was like the barbarians were coming over the gates and stuff, and people's heads were getting hacked. Do you know what I'm talking about? Do you remember this?
Is it When I Lived in Georgia?
Yes.
Oh, yeah, that was a comic I was writing. It was a sci-fi anime inspired, but also
it was.
Oh, I know which one you're talking about. That was awesome.
Yeah, it was during the time. So for those that don't know, like Avery's been like Avery got published in Heavy Metal a bunch, so he's like legit
twice,
a bunch.
Two times more than either one of us.
2 times more than anyone else I know.
I've done a bunch of stuff at White Wolf too for role-playing games.
Yep.
Dude, I wrote 2 issues of that story.
Ugh.
I outlined the 4-issue arc. I wrote the entire script for 2 issues, and I drew an issue and a half.
You drew an issue and a half? I never saw the rest of it.
Yeah, I drew an issue and a half.
All I'll say is that I know Photoshop painting. Your Photoshop painting is awesome, but man,
there was one scene where a woman like got her arm cut off or something, and he did this Akira-looking, wires come. It was awesome.
Oh, I remember that.
Yeah, drew her arm back. Yeah.
Yep. Yeah, that was very cool.
Oh, someday they need to make a Mountains of Madness movie. Yeah, that'd be cool. You just don't trust modern Hollywood to do it. Yeah, I agree. I agree. Mountains of Madness would be good. Oh yeah, I remember that. Actually, Helen owns all those original pages.
Really?
Because they were backing me to do it, and they ran out of backing, so I stopped because they were gonna be 50% owners.
That's awesome.
But since they had to back out at the time, they couldn't keep paying me to do it. I gave her all the pages.
Awesome.
Because I wasn't mad at them.
Well, people run out of money.
Exactly, like that book I was inking and coloring Jeff Purvis. I inked part of the first issue, started coloring it, and then the backing fell out because it was a little independent comic. And I didn't hold anything against the writer for that happening. It's like, the writer was paying me and Jeff Purvis to do it, and it fell apart. So the first issue never even got finished. Purvis, I think, finished penciling it, but it never got finished ink and color.
So hard.
Yeah, I know. It's expensive.
It is expensive.
It's incredibly expensive. That's the reason, me and Andrew are keeping the team small on this.
Yeah.
It's just me and him.
And all those Chinese children.
That's
They're I've got them in the shed. They're drawing backgrounds.
That's right.
So
after you finish with those backgrounds, make me an iPad. And what you do is you just keep them on the ground floor so they don't jump. If they jump out a window, they just like sprain an ankle or something.
Yeah. Nothing we said here could ever be used against Andrew. Oh wait.
What?
Andrew has enough things that'll be held against him in a court of law.
True.
Yeah, I told Avery this recently. I was talking about how I told my wife that when I die,
Mm-hmm.
maybe I told Todd this. I told her that I only want 3 people to speak at whatever wake or whatever. I hope you guys all have a party. I don't want anybody to sit around and mope and whine and bitch. But
was one of them Ted DiBiase?
No. I said I want. There's only 3 people I want to speak. Because I had recently, when I told her this, I'd recently been to some funerals, and the one funeral I went to, the 3 people that spoke, it was obvious that 2 of the 3 did not know the person who had died, and the third, the only thing they could say about the person was they were really into their guns, and I'm like, what? So, but I told my wife, I said I only want 3 people to speak at my whatever funeral thing. And that's Yuli, Todd, and Avery.
Mm-hmm.
And she said to me, she says, why those guys? I said, well, because they know all my secrets. And I'll be dead, so I don't really care. Oh, Avid. Thoughts on Hildy on Netflix. My wife and I watched the very first episode this evening. Fantastic.
Wait, what did you watch?
It's a new Netflix animated series called Hilda. It's based on a European cartoonist, a British cartoonist by the name of Luke Pearson.
Yeah, I heard it was really good.
We watched the first episode tonight. It was great. The girl who does the voice of the main character is Lady Molmort from Game of Thrones, the little girl from Game of Thrones. And she just nails it. It was just fantastic. I thoroughly enjoyed the first episode. I can't wait to sit down and watch the next. And I think my wife liked it too, so we'll probably watch it together. It'll be one of those ones we watch together. But I enjoyed the heck out of it. It was great. I mean, the animation was very clean. I think if I was going to do a review of it, which I may eventually do it, I think Luke Pearson should be thrilled with the love and respect that the animated studio gave his characters, because it was gorgeous. It was beautiful. They did a really good job. So that's my 2 cents. Now I don't have to make a review video. I did it right now. Avery's like, yeah, nobody wants to listen to you talk again. So
no. Dreamer Brony said, R.L. Giles is asking for art for a Lovecraft story that shows promise Reanimators. Huh.
That's cool.
An adaptation of Reanimator. That could be cool.
That could be really cool. I was kind of waiting for them to do that. I kind of figured, I kind of assumed that, all of the classics are going to be coming back,
Yeah, Lovecraft's public domain, so you can...
Lovecraft? I didn't know Lovecraft was public domain.
Why do you see so many adaptions of his stuff? It's public.
Yeah, I guess that makes sense.
You can do whatever you want.
Oh, Avid, I've only watched the first episode of Dragon Prince so far. I enjoyed it a lot. I don't like that type of animation, the 3D animation where it's supposed to look like 2D animation. I'm not a fan of it, but I really like the characters, and I loved some of the character designs that they did, which, as you can see, I always struggle with because, everybody either has puffy arms or a vest or a hood or something, but the character designs were fantastic. So
Yes, your characters suck, Andrew. Look
Yeah,
at that. It is so
I know.
horrible.
You know what's so sad is I started this drawing and it was supposed to be Hero, and I realized the face isn't right. So I told myself, this isn't Hero. This is one of his brothers or sister, one of his brothers. You know.
I think it's a really, really cute cat. You draw the best little kitties. Oh wait, I'm sorry. It's not a cat? It's a rabbit. It's a rabbit. It's a rabbit.
God, I hate your guts, man. I really, really, really do. How did you ever find someone to love you and marry you? How the heck is that possible?
Bribery, and there are certain drugs that are legal in the state of New York.
That's right.
What?
It's just a fever dream, honey. It's just a fever dream.
Yeah, my kids used to have me and said, "How did you convince Mom to marry you?" I said, "I spiked her drink as many times as possible."
Shh! Don't say that. Oh my God, dude,
Actually, the truth of the matter is, I knocked her up. Then she had no choice.
Before or after you spiked her drink, the world wants to know.
The spiking the drink was a joke.
Okay.
Rape culture.
And knocking her up was not a joke. I did do that. I am very proud of that fact. Hey, you look at my children and you can tell I've had sex at least twice in my life. That may be it, but at least I can prove it.
Golly.
I don't know. He's your friend.
He's not. He's not. I'm just here for the cookies.
I don't want to claim him right now.
Yeah, Dragon Prince is a Netflix series, cartoon series. It's done. One half of the creative team is one of the guys that did Avatar, and the other guy is like a video game guy known for video games. So it's got that type of feel, Avatar / with video games. And one of the things that took me out of it is one of the main girl characters is an elf, and she's got a very heavy Merida from Brave Scottish accent, and it kind of took me out of it a little bit, but I really like the character. I especially like her design for the character, so I'm willing to look past it, and I'm looking forward to the next episode. I just haven't had a chance to sit down and do it. My work's got me, my regular 9 to 5 has got me kind of busy. I haven't had time to sit down and watch Netflix. So
I haven't been watching Netflix a lot either, except for rewatching Spartacus.
Yeah, you know how hard it is to keep up with all the, you know. Dream Mirabroni says you took the Vegeta approach. What the hell is a condom? Guys, if my wife would let me tell you guys the whole story, you'd get a. You guys wouldn't believe what happened. All right, so here I'm going to tell you the story. I don't even think Todd and Avery know this story.
I don't know if I want to know any more, bro.
This is
I feel like I know too much already.
No. This is a good story. I mean, so back in our day, back in the early 90s, talking to your parents about sex was like you didn't really do it. You know, with my children, we were very different. If they had any question whatsoever, they could come to either one of us. We'll be honest with them. We'll tell them the truth. I mean, we're not going to hide anything from them. But
back in my day, you just put a sock on it.
But my girlfriend at the time, who is now my wife, worked at a pharmacy, and one night she was cleaning up, and somebody had ripped open a package of condoms. And they were like 2 or 3 that were left behind. This
is the best 80s movie ever.
Gotta be finished. She stuck them in her smock, and she forgot they were there. So she went home, she did her laundry, and the next day, her sister, who is a couple years younger than her, so she pulls out the laundry, and these 2 condoms fall out. So she immediately calls my sister and tells her, "Hey, you're not going to believe what I found." "What, really?" And then they went to school, and they saw each other, and she gave her one, and and then they went and told our parents. So the next day, I come home from school, and my parents, who salt of the earth, gotta love them, blew up a condom and left it on my bed. So I came home, and there's a blown up balloon condom in the middle of my bed, and I'm looking at it going, what the hell? I didn't talk to my parents for like 2 days straight. I mean, not a hello, not a hi. Like I couldn't. It was like a subtle, "We know what you're up to" hint.
I don't think that's the definition of subtle.
Well, it was a passive aggressive hint of, "We know what you've been up to." And what's so funny is they weren't even ours. I mean, she just, we weren't. Yes, we were doing stuff that we shouldn't be doing, but we were being, so it all came out. The whole thing came out. Everybody knew. Everybody, and it wasn't even a story in which it was our fault. It was, it's not like my mom found my stash of whatever. It was something that was in the laundry, and that's how my parents.
That is the name of my Lovecraftian story.
What's that?
Something in the laundry.
Something in the laundry.
Scene, fade in, giant inflated condom, bedside.
So.
Fade in, crusty sock reanimates.
Right,
No,
it's like the scene from Poltergeist with the meat full of maggots, except it's like a dirty sock.
All right, guys, you're getting a little gross now, okay? I'm telling life stories, and you're just getting...
Your life stories are gross, bro.
Dude, we need to turn this into an anthology comic about,
No.
I've got lots of stories. You could twist them and turn them into Lovecraftian stories, How about the time Jennifer and I went to school, and we got to school early and fell asleep in our car in the parking lot?
I knew you were going to go there, man.
One of my best friends told one person that he saw me sleeping with my girlfriend in the parking lot, and the other person, who won't be named, Avery, said Andrew and Jennifer were sleeping together in the car, and then Jennifer heard about it from somebody she didn't even know later that day. So, needless to say, Todd was.
Yeah, and I didn't even insinuate that you were doing anything. I just cracked a joke.
You did, but other people heard it, and it was bad.
Yeah,
it was true.
It was true, but they took it the wrong way. But she heard it from somebody she didn't know, and that was bad. That's the reason. And believe it or not, that's the reason why Avery was my best man at my wedding, and Todd was not. It's because at the time she was very upset with you over that. But she has long since forgiven you. She thinks you're the salt of the earth, and she loves you to death.
Oh,
she especially loves your wife and children.
Oh yeah, they're much better human beings than I am.
They are. They're wonderful human beings, and we love them the most.
You should. That's good.
We don't know how you tricked her, but
well, again, pills and alcohol.
Matter of fact, I am so looking forward to New York.
Step 1, pills. Step 2, cabin in the woods. Step 3, profit.
Do you realize that's a week away?
A cabin in the woods?
No, New York, and me coming and visiting you.
I was like, what is going on? I'm just talking about kidnapping and pilling somebody, and you're like, that's coming up in a week.
It's your turn, Todd.
Yeah.
No, Mike and I leave for New York.
I filled my schedule up on that day.
Mike and I leave for New York next Wednesday. So, hey, Avid, thanks for hanging out. Appreciate you coming in, man.
Avid, thanks, man.
Later, Avid.
We fly up on, I think, Wednesday. Yeah,
Andrew in New York is seriously like the southern version. Is like the Florida version of Deliverance.
It's our last experience in New York, because the New York Comic Con is usually in October, or it has been for the last several years. And Mike and I, we go up, and it's like 50, 45 degrees out, and he and I are wearing T-shirts and shorts because it felt so wonderful. And people on the subway are wearing hoodies and jeans, and they're all bundled up, and they're looking at us. And I'm like, I turned to Todd and says, I can't hide the fact I'm not from here. He says, oh, no, you cannot.
Yeah, you stand out like a chubby sore thumb.
We were going out one night, and I had my camera, and I had A-list camera, so I had the one with the strap and the nice camera. And he's like, "Dude, you cannot wear that out on the street in New York." And I said, "What are you talking about? I want to take pictures." And no, people will know you're a tourist, and no, don't. So I didn't.
Well, it's if you were, yeah. The problem is if I said, "Hey, dude, just act naturally," like that's worse.
Yeah, that is worse.
So it's. Oh, I'm getting called. Hey, I will be right back.
Okay. Yeah, Todd saying to me, "Don't act like an awkward, nerdy fat guy from Florida." It's just I can't do it. I can't. I mean, that's like playing against. That's like playing against type. You just can't do it.
You're such a spaz.
Yeah, I know. I think that's one of the reasons why you don't want to go with me, because you'd have to hang out with me.
What? Go to New York Comic Con?
Yeah.
Oh, because I don't care.
I know.
New York Comic Con. I'm like, I don't want to go pay money to walk around in a city that hates me. Around a bunch of people that hate me.
I don't think the whole city hates you. Just like 96% of them.
Mm-hmm.
Not the whole city, though. The other portion of the city just wants your money.
Mm-hmm.
Whether you give it to them or they take it from you, they want your money. Actually, I've had great experience every time I've gone to New York. I mean, the only one time that I had bad experiences is that one year that I went with Ayla,
Mm-hmm.
and Todd wanted to show her all the different art galleries in Chelsea, and we had to do a lot of walking. And I was freaking exhausted, and I couldn't take it anymore. I was so tired, and I have a tendency to become a real a-hole when I'm tired. So, and I kind of lashed out at Todd and Ayla, and they were like, "Dad, you're being a dick," and I'm like, "Yeah, I'm tired. I don't want to walk anymore." And, yeah, that happens.
That was uncalled for.
I know it was. Alcohol, the cause of and solution to all mankind's problem. Homer Simpson, Dream Mirror Brony, guys, I hate to admit it, and Avery will back me up on this. I don't drink.
He doesn't drink. I drink.
I'm a 44-year-old guy, and you could put every single alcoholic beverage I've ever drank into one glass, and it probably would not be half full. So I'm just a weirdo that way.
I drink.
Yeah, I know.
I like alcohol.
Yeah, well. All right, should we wrap this up before Todd gets back?
It's up to you, man. It's your channel, bro.
Well, it's already 8:30. You got to work tomorrow?
No, I don't work tomorrow. I have tomorrow off. I'm going to be working on pages more tomorrow.
Oh, okay. Cool. That's fantastic. I love it.
Yep. 130, 131, and 132 are what I started yesterday. And I'm doing a little, been tweaking them a little bit here in the stream. And they're all, here they are.
Okay, very cool.
The background's mostly done on a couple, these two. On 131 and 132, the background's done, and the snake's done. And the snake's done on pretty much all 3 pages.
Okay, cool.
130 needs some more work in the background. And then the characters.
Yeah. Actually, see, Hero should be in front of the snake, and you've got his one ear going behind him.
The colors for Hero will cover it.
Oh, okay.
It doesn't matter because the colors are in layers. I'm coloring underneath the art.
Dream Mirror Brony says, all those files backed up on cloud? No. You got them backed up somewhere, don't you?
No.
You better start putting them in my Dropbox, man.
They won't fit in your Dropbox.
Well, aren't you supposed to be making me a thing?
I don't have one.
God dang it. I thought you said you had one. I told you I'd get you one. I got like 3 or 4 of them sitting in front of me.
I have an external I can copy it on, but...
Okay.
Oh! I got a 16 gig one just sitting here. I don't know what's on it. I don't think there's anything on it, but...
You saw Dream Mirror Brony asked if those files are backed up on the cloud?
Yep, we were just talking about that.
They're not. They're dumb.
No, properties, 14 gigs. So
14 gigs? Okay.
Is how
Well, I got an 8 gig here sitting here and a 16 gig. So I mean, I got plenty. I know they got more around.
16 gigs might not be enough by the time I'm finished.
Well, then you put half on one and half on another. You dork. You don't have to put them all on one.
Actually, I do have a certain amount of this backed up on my external.
Oh, okay, well, good.
But my external isn't plugged up. When I back something up, I plug my external into my PC.
That's what she said.
Then I unplug it and set it aside. So
that's what she said.
That doesn't make any sense. That's what she said is funny when it fits. That's what she said.
It fits with 99% of the jokes you make, man.
Didn't make a joke.
Yeah, I know. See, dad humor.
That's not dad humor. It's not funny.
Yeah.
Dad humor is not necessarily funny. It's bad humor.
It's corny. Dad humor's corny.
Wah, wah. All right. Well, let's wrap this up, guys. Oh, Premier Brony, Commodore Avid, thank you guys so much for joining in. I appreciate you joining in. If anybody in the future wants to come on the call, I mean, we'd gladly send out an invite. If we don't like you, we'll just cut you off. But we'd gladly like to have some people on. So I'm just playing.
Golly.
Andrew.
Well, as I was going to say,
please me and be rewarded.
I'm going to live stream again on Wednesday and as well as Friday, and then the following week I will live stream on Monday, but not the Wednesday and Friday because I'll be in New York those times. So
when is that? Is it next week?
Next week. That's what I was trying to tell you. We leave on the 3rd.
Dude, that really is crazy.
I know. It's like right around the corner, and I got to go out and buy new underwear.
Oh, Jesus. Golly.
Well, I do. Usually, right before I go on big trips, I buy new underwear and new socks.
I don't want to know why.
Because you want Todd to be impressed when he sees you.
No,
right?
Has nothing.
Are you going to Vicky Secrets to get something special for your reunion? Todd's like, I threw up in my mouth a little bit.
I have never bought anything from Victoria's Secrets.
Never?
My wife has, but I have never.
What about that cute little undie thing you had the other day?
Dude, you're talking about one of my brother-in-laws. One of my ex-brother-in-laws liked to wear ladies' underwear. We didn't know about it.
Did he really?
I'm not. No lie. No lie.
No kink shaming. I'm triggered.
That's pretty awesome.
It's not shaming if it's real, right?
No,
Wait. How do you know this?
Because his wife bought it for him and then told my wife about it.
You know what? What kind of pussy can't pick out his own lingerie, man?
That's right.
I have no idea.
Right?
I think if I wore woman's underwear and liked it, I'd be able to go into a store and buy it for myself.
So Avery, what you're saying is,
but I don't.
It's not even beta. It's like gamma.
Yeah, exactly. It's like whatever your thing is your thing.
Yeah, that's fine.
And it's your personal business.
Yeah, but you got to have the courage of your convictions to do it yourself.
Yeah, have the courage of your conviction. Like, not saying you have to put your stuff out in public but if that's what you're into, like, buy it. Just go do it, man. It's not illegal. You're not doing anything illegal. If that's your thing, own it.
Todd, you'll get a kick out of this. So Ayla comes to me yesterday, and I said, hey, I've got some extra cash I wanted to give to you. And she goes, okay, but why? And I said, well, if I hold on to it, I'm going to spend it on booze and drugs and loose women. And she goes, oh, okay, well, that's what I was going to spend it on. So great. My kid's so awesome. Just wait. Yours is going to be as sarcastic and infuriating, and
she already is. What are you talking about?
As my kid is. Yours is going to be twice as bad.
Oh, you have no idea.
You want to know why? Because my kid didn't have social media before she was like 10. Your kid's going to grow up with it.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah. She's going to know more than you by the time she can, throw a football. Which, by the way,
I'm already trying to.
You need to teach her how to throw a football. And you need to teach her how to. You need to get a baseball glove, and you need to teach her how to throw a.
I know
baseball.
people keep telling me I need to pay attention to her and stuff.
Like, oh, what is this thing?
Get a job, you lazy bum.
Oh, by the way, Ayla did tell me to warn you that once she starts talking, she's never ever gonna shut up.
Dude, she
Just
already
know
starts
that.
talking. She's dude. You will see. She already talks so much. She talks baby babble talk. You know, it's so much that we call it the Martha gene. That's my mother for anyone.
Does your mother know you call it that?
Oh yeah.
Oh,
my
okay.
God!
Fantastic.
You walk in, the baby immediately asks you how you're doing, how you've been, how's your parents.
Yeah. You wait.
There's lunch meat in the fridge. Would you like a sandwich?
There's lunch meat in the fridge. Yeah, that's exactly right. Would you like something? That's great.
It's like it.
There's lunch meat in the fridge. You just there's lunch meat in the fridge.
Which really threw me off, is I knew you were Jewish, so I go to your house for the first time, and your mom's like, "Would you like a ham sandwich?" And I'm like, "No, thank you." Is this a test?
All right, guys. All right, let me wrap up this stream. Once again, everybody, thanks a lot for joining us. Join us again next time, and we'll try to be a little bit more civil next time, and all that good stuff. Later, everybody.